Down at the southernmost tip of Texas, between the Rio Grande and the Gulf of Mexico, something pretty extraordinary is taking shape. It's not some top-secret government site, it's not hidden away on a military base, and it's definitely not a spot packed with tourists. At least, not yet. This is Starbase, part spaceport, part lab, part testing ground. But more than anything, it's a bold statement. It's the center of Elon Musk's most ambitious venture so far, SpaceX's Starship. A rocket system built to be fully reusable, with the goal of not just changing how we get to space, but making it possible for people to live on other planets. But behind the shiny metal and wild futuristic vision, there's a bigger story. One about private companies shaping the future and the power of the public sector. About defense deals, global competition, and the changing role of America in space. And about how one person's big idea is quickly turning into a key part of US strategy. Welcome to the next era of American space exploration. Boca Chica used to be a quiet, mostly overlooked beach town in Cameron County, Texas. Just a few people lived there, and it was mostly known for its sand, waves, and peaceful vibe. That all changed in 2014 when SpaceX announced plans to build a launch site in the area. At first, it was supposed to be a place for launching commercial satellites. But it quickly became much more than that. Musk started turning it into the heart of his bigger dream. A new kind of spaceport that could one day grow into a city designed to send humans beyond Earth. In 2021, Musk made things even clearer when he tweeted that he planned to turn Boca Chica into a new city, which he called Starbase. It wasn't just a flashy name. It was meant to send a message. Starbase wasn't just going to be a place to launch rockets. It was meant to be the center for building and testing the tech to send people to other planets, and eventually, a training ground for life on Mars. But this isn't just a sci-fi fantasy. What's happening here is also deeply tied to the real-world politics and power plays back on Earth. When Elon Musk started SpaceX in 2002, most people in the aerospace world didn't take him seriously. Back then, spaceflight was something only governments and big defense contractors handled, not tech entrepreneurs from Silicon Valley with no real background in rockets. But Musk didn't let that stop him. After several high-profile failures, SpaceX finally pulled it off in 2008 with the Falcon 1, the first privately built, liquid-fueled rocket to make it to orbit. That win opened the door for the Falcon 9, the reliable rocket that now regularly carries payloads for NASA, private companies, and the US military. Then came the Dragon capsule. In 2020, it made history as the first privately built spacecraft to take astronauts to the International Space Station. Still, even those major milestones are small compared to what Musk is aiming for with Starship, massive, fully reusable rocket designed to haul over 100 tons of cargo or more than 100 people into space. His mission with Starship is pretty straightforward: build something that can help make life on Mars a reality. But the ripple effects of this go way beyond just getting to another planet. When paired with its booster, Starship stands over 120 meters tall, making it the most powerful rocket ever built. But it's not just about size, it's a game changer. Unlike older rockets that get used once and tossed, Starship is built to be fully reusable, which could slash the cost of sending people and gear into space. And with its massive payload capacity, it opens up possibilities that used to sound like science fiction. Sending crews to Mars, building permanent bases on the Moon, manufacturing in space, creating fuel stations in orbit, even flying from one side of Earth to the other in under an hour. Mars might be the dream everyone talks about, but in reality, Starship's first big missions are likely to serve military and strategic purposes. You might think of SpaceX as just a civilian space company, but behind the curtain, it's become a key player for the US Department of Defense. Back in 2015, SpaceX started landing contracts to launch military satellites, going head-to-head with defense industry heavyweights like Boeing and Lockheed Martin. These days, SpaceX handles everything from GPS satellite launches to top-secret payloads for the National Reconnaissance Office. Then there's Starlink, SpaceX's massive network of low-orbit satellites built to deliver global internet. While it started out as a way to connect remote areas, Starlink quickly proved useful on the battlefield. During the war in Ukraine, It helped Ukrainian troops stay connected with secure, reliable communication, even when ground infrastructure was wiped out. That made the Pentagon take notice. Now, it's testing Starlink for its own secure military networks. In the future, systems like this could be critical to how wars are fought. In December 2019, the US launched its sixth branch of the military, the Space Force. Its job? Protect American interests in space, keep operations running smoothly, and keep rivals like China and Russia in check. This isn't sci-fi, it's a real, rapidly growing part of the military, with serious funding and strategic weight behind it. The Space Force isn't just about watching the skies. It's focused on everything from protecting satellites to developing tools that can be used offensively. Space is no longer just a new frontier, it's a battlefield, and SpaceX is right in the middle of it all. The Space Force has already teamed up with SpaceX for launches, satellite deployment, and quick response missions. There's even talk that Starship could someday deliver military gear or personnel anywhere on Earth in a matter of minutes, something that could totally rewrite the rules of global logistics. In terms of military power, that would be a huge shift. So, why the rush? Because this new space race isn't just about exploring the stars, it's about who gets to control them. China's moving fast, growing its space program with plans for moon bases, massive satellite networks, and even weapons that could target satellites. Russia, despite being under heavy sanctions, is still developing tech to jam or disable US satellites through electronic warfare and other means. In this kind of landscape, space isn't just a peaceful frontier anymore, it's a battleground. And the US can't afford to fall behind. That's why companies like SpaceX are no longer just innovative tech firms. They're now crucial players in national defense. And it's also why Starbase, once seen as just another one of Musk's big ideas, is now being treated like a serious strategic asset. Of course, not everyone is thrilled with Starbase. People living nearby have raised issues about the noise, the pollution, being pushed out, and the damage it could do to the environment. Wildlife advocates are also worried, pointing to the potential harm to local ecosystems. Even government agencies have had a hard time keeping up with how fast things are moving. Still, progress hasn't slowed down. Like it or not, Musk's move fast, break things, ask later approach has pushed officials to adjust on the fly. For Musk, this isn't just about business, it's about survival. He said it over and over. If humans don't figure out how to live on other planets, we might not make it. That kind of urgency drives everything happening at Starbase. In the next few years, things are expected to move fast. SpaceX plans to use Starship as part of NASA's Artemis program, aiming to land astronauts back on the moon by the late 2020. There are already multiple Starship test flights in the works, with each one pushing the design further and bringing in more collaboration from NASA and the US military. Mars might still be a decade away, but the foundation is being built right now, right there at Starbase. Elon Musk has even said he believes 1 million people could be living on Mars by 2050. Whether that actually happens or not, one thing's clear. Space isn't just for governments anymore. It's a playing field now, open to entrepreneurs, engineers, and yes, even military leaders. Starbase is more than just a place to launch rockets. It represents a world that's shifting fast, where the lines between private companies and public agencies, civilians and the military, Earth and space are getting harder to tell apart. It's a sign that the future is already taking shape, sometimes quietly, sometimes with a bang in the most unexpected corners of the map. And it offers a peek at what's coming. A future where space isn't just a dream, but a key part of global strategy. In the end, history will have its say on both the believers and the skeptics. But one thing's certain, what's unfolding at Starbase isn't just about rockets. It's about where we're all headed. If you like this deep dive into Starbase, SpaceX, and the future of America's role in space, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon. We bring you in-depth videos for curious minds covering tech, defense, geopolitics, and the big ideas shaping the future. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.